Welcome to the Star Life TV channel. In this video I will talk about the Illuminati predictions for 2024 on the cover of the Economist magazine. Every year in mid-November, the British magazine The Economist presents the world with a cover featuring trends for the coming year. It represents encrypted puzzles with an agenda for the near future. In a similar way, the Illuminati informs the population of the planet about their plans, many of which actually come to fruition. The new cover of The Economist was published on the magazine's website on November 14, 2023. On it you can see a large amount of well-known symbolism and hidden subtexts. First, let's look at the title of the magazine. It is written in military font, which may indicate large-scale conflicts across the planet that will continue to gain momentum in 2024. The name of the year is highlighted in red, which may hint at the large number of casualties. The rebus itself is presented in the form of a circle resembling a nuclear reactor. When analyzing the cover, many experts noticed that The Economist did not pay attention to the current conflict in the Middle East. Actually, this is not true. It is obvious that the circuit is conventionally divided into blocks. If we connect its extreme points with each other, we get the Star of David, which is a symbol of Israel. In combination with a nuclear reactor, this could be a hint of the use of nuclear weapons by Israel or against Israel. The central part of the cover composition is a ballot box. The Economist magazine writes that in 2024 elections should be held in 70 countries. This is a record number in the entire history of mankind. However, it is obvious that voting is just a performance in which ordinary people decide absolutely nothing. Henchmen of the world government always come to power, ready to carry out everything that is dictated to them from above and participate in the political game. This fact is perfectly reflected on the cover of the magazine. We see the key political leaders of our time: Putin, Zelensky, Biden and Xi Jinping. Each of them is depicted in a red or blue square. On the right side of the urn there is a drawing with the main Masonic symbol of the all-seeing eye. Red or blue wires extend from it, connected to the human brain. The colors of the wires correspond to the colors of the squares with political figures. This fact suggests that all presidents are under the control of the Illuminati, that is, they are supervised from a single center. The picture with the image of an eye concerns not only presidents, but absolutely all people. The human mind is connected to the matrix of the material world, and therefore thoughts that are alien to us flow into the brain, which are almost impossible to get rid of. This, in turn, robs people of energy and turns them into a kind of battery. There are also hints in the picture about the development of artificial intelligence, which could soon make the script for the film The Matrix real. The Economist magazine emphasizes that almost 4 billion people should take part in the elections in 2024. However, given that presidents are appointed by the world government, elections may be implied in a very different context. They can relate to the internal choice of each person between truth and illusion. The red and blue color scheme of the rebus is a reference to the colors of the tablets from the movie The Matrix. Red allowed you to find out the truth about the world, and blue, to forget everything and remain in the dark. The hourglass depicted above the urn indicates that people do not have much time left to make a decision. At the top of the rebus are Putin and Zelensky, who are turned to face each other. At the same time, above Putin's figure is Trump with a question mark, and above Zelensky is Mexican presidential candidate Claudia Sheinbaum. The fact that this is exactly her becomes clear after reading The Economist magazine, in which a separate article is devoted to the woman, and also presents a photo of her in profile, which completely coincides with the picture on the rebus. Most likely, in 2024, Claudia Sheinbaum will become a key person in the international political game, and some significant events will depend on her. Based on the scheme, the Putin-Trump alliance will support the desire for peace, and Zelensky and Sheinbaum will support the desire for war. However, it is important to pay attention to the colors of the squares. A blue square extends from Putin and Trump, and the blue square on the diagram corresponds to war. At the same time, the world corresponds to a red square extending from the second pair of politicians. All this speaks of the substitution of concepts and the inability to distinguish truth from illusion. The arrows from the sign of peace and war rush to the hourglass, which means that the conflict between Russia and Ukraine will soon be resolved. On both sides of Putin and Zelensky, rockets and spacecraft are depicted. This could symbolize the start of an arms race more dangerous than during the Cold War. Red and blue squares, as well as a square with a question mark, may hint at some event that will dispel illusions regarding the space industry. To the left of the ballot box is a graph of the fall of the world's major currencies: the dollar, euro, pound sterling and yuan. An arrow goes from the graph to a pyramid of cubes. It may symbolize the blockchain technology used in cryptocurrencies. Thus, the drawing hints at a gradual departure from traditional money and replacing it with cryptocurrency. At the bottom of the rebus are Biden and Xi Jinping. They are turned away from each other, which on the one hand may indicate misunderstanding and confrontation between political leaders. On the other hand, this may indicate a concentration on the internal problems of countries. Thus, next to Biden there is a hurricane sign and windmills, which may indicate corresponding natural disasters in America. Next to the Chinese leader is a thermometer with a high temperature and a fire. This, in turn, may hint at fires caused by abnormally high temperatures. The images of minerals at the bottom of the diagram, as well as sections of the map of South America and the islands adjacent to Australia, indicate that it is the struggle for natural resources that will cause conflict between China and America. The rows of circles separating the central part of the rebus deserve special attention. The top ones resemble lunar cycles. They can also refer to solar and lunar eclipses. In 2024, lunar eclipses are expected on March 25 and September 18, solar eclipses on April 8 and October 2. It is possible that key events in the world will occur during these periods. The bottom row of circles is colored blue and red. This symbolically shows how truth is mixed with illusion. The central circle resembles an eye with a question mark, which indicates the connection of all world events with the shadow government. Overall, The Economist's cover deliberately focuses readers' attention on the presidential elections due to take place in 2024. The large number of question marks in the diagram suggests that it is the elections that will determine the outcome. In fact, the rebus makes it clear that control comes from a single center and absolutely nothing depends on specific people in power. In addition, the cover of The Economist voices the plans of the elites to implement negative future events. These could include fires and hurricanes in China and America, as well as the possible use of nuclear weapons by Israel. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a like.